Today we're talking about how alcohol affects our sleep and what happens when we take a break from drinking. Emerging research is showing that sleep is actually the foundation of our physical and mental health, and poor sleep is associated with really negative outcomes like chronic disease, lower life expectancy, and lower well-being. We found that many people aren't actually aware of how alcohol affects our sleep and energy, so here is a quick overview. First of all, worse sleep quality. Many people have told me that alcohol helps them get to sleep and that they're worried about bad sleep if they stop drinking. Well, worry no more. Alcohol actually affects our sleep quality by reducing our REM sleep. So even if it's easier to get to sleep, since alcohol is a depressant, we tend to have much worse quality sleep and wake up feeling groggy or unrested. Then there's early morning awakenings. Our brains do a strange thing once the depressive effects of the alcohol wears off. They have a rebound effect and they get really alert. This results in the early morning awakenings that we might experience after a night of drinking. Waking up with all systems go, way before we actually need to get up. It's all due to alcohol's effect on our brain chemistry, and we will often find that we crash a bit later in the day when it catches up with us. And then there's Hangxiety. Okay, this isn't necessarily about sleep, but it does refer to something that happens when we are asleep. Alcohol blocks the chemical glutamate, which is responsible for anxiety, in our brains. So when we're alcohol affected, we're less anxious. Unfortunately, our brains recognize this, so as they sleep, they produce more glutamate to make up for this, meaning that when we wake up after a night of drinking, we often have a surplus of this anxiety chemical floating around our brains. Combined with the early morning awakenings, this can result in us feeling scattered and frazzled during the day. Not a great way to start a morning. And then there's greater fatigue and less energy. Alcohol has a complex effect on our brain chemistry. It's both a depressant and a pick-me-up. Constantly having some alcohol in your system, even a little bit, is likely to be creating fatigue and less energy, even when we consider the amount of work our bodies need to do to process it. Most people find that taking a break of several weeks to start with helps them to understand the effect that alcohol was actually having on their energy levels and bodies. One reason that athletes don't tend to drink is because of the impact of alcohol on fitness, weight, energy, and mood. And this gives you a clue as to its impact on our performance. So now I've given you an overview of sleep and alcohol. What next? If sleep is an issue for you, I'd recommend visiting your GP and talking through the issue. Often there is a source of sleep problems, whether this is stress or habit, and small behavioural changes can make a huge difference. You can visit a sleep specialist or get some online help to get you back on track. That's it from me. Thanks for watching and see you next time.